This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin. This is Don DellaSnooch. Welcome to the Escape Pod, Short Circuited, episode 47.
What's going on, everybody? You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all your favorite podcasting apps like iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, Audible, and Google Play. And check us out on the Red 5 Network, along with all kinds of excellent podcasts like From a Certain Point of View and Princesses and Padawans.
If you're listening to this audio podcast, please consider joining us live on Wednesday nights on YouTube at youtube.com/c/ATSW The Escape Pod, all one word.
Please join us at patreon.com and search ATSW The Escape Pod in the search creator bar to support our show and get in on the exclusive Escape Crate.
Before I get into shout-outs, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. I got one more thing that's not in your notes, but it's in mine.
Okay.
All of our new exclusive merch is available at tpublic.com.
Ooh, nice. Fancy.
Yes. If you search ATSW The Escape Pod, you'll be able to find our new swag.
Hell yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff on there, like coffee mugs and t-shirts and hoodies and tank tops. I think a folder to put your tablet in, a padded zip up doohickey.
Oh, like the little, I know what you're talking about. You can put your credit cards and shit in there with it.
Oh yeah. Phone case. There's all kinds of stuff in there.
Sweet. Yeah. So
all
go
right,
check it out. Go to TeePublic. No, I was just seeing how you doing. You fucking introduction. You were like, let's fucking go. And I was just like, I'm not ready. What the fuck is going on?
I'm doing good. Been working and getting things around the house taken care of. Other than that, it's business as usual around these parts.
It's not so much business as usual over here. I took a little voluntary unpaid leave of absence from work for this week, and I've been chilling, not working, but it's been nice because I've been able to take my kids to and from school and pick them up. So that's something I don't get to really do. So I enjoy doing it, especially with my oldest kids, like being in high school and like they can do all that shit by themselves. Like I look back and it's like, I remember when you fucks were like this and you depended on me, damn it.
Yeah,
now they're
definitely.
Like, we don't need you.
Yep. Happens Mikey just hopped in his car and went somewhere just a minute ago. I just heard his car revving up.
Right. So yeah, it's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. Yep. Like you look at it as a pain in your ass, and then you're like, but then one day it's never gonna happen. And for better or for worse, that's cool. But it's like, I love my little guys. You know what I mean? Like my little girls are everything.
Yeah. But what happens is once they get to be like teenagers and shit, you're like, bye.
Yeah, especially me. I'm gonna have a house full of girls, dude. I'm fucked.
Yeah, it ain't no good times gonna be happening.
I'm taking the dog and I'm moving to fucking Canada. Fuck this.
I think that's a good idea. Wait till they all get their periods.
Yeah, and then I'm fucking out. Then I'm done.
Yeah, there'll be all kinds of bloody bitching going on.
I won't have anything. Me and the dog will be fucking out of here.
Yeah, you need a man cave, buddy.
Fuck a man cave. I need a fucking new continent. I need a man continent to get the fuck out of here.
You might be right.
So, shout outs. First and foremost, always got to give a shout out to From a Gen X Point of View or the All Things Star Wars podcast. That is Dave and Jason. That is the New Jersey Delphians. That is the homies who they've been getting a lot of snow themselves lately. I see fucking Jason's been posting stuff on the Book of Face. And I think he's fucking tired of it though.
Yeah, they're not used to having this kind of snow down there on the eastern seaboard. I mean, they get some, but not as far down as they are. I mean, they get snow, but not like we do up here.
Yeah. So they're fucking done with it. But they seem to be in good spirits though, even though I enjoy seeing Jason post. He's like, have we not had enough of this shit? And I'm like, no, you haven't. There's more coming.
Hey, we got the girls from Force of Light Entertainment in the chat. Other
what's
Red
up,
Fiber.
ladies? Thanks for joining us tonight. Sweet. Well,
Right.
who else we got in the chat, man?
We've got Just Jen as usual, Lunar Girl, Ghost Peppers in the chat, Dragon Buddy, Old Man Johnson's hanging out. That looks about it for now as far as that goes.
Well, nice. Thanks to everybody for joining us tonight. I'm glad we could have you live in the chat. We enjoy the chat. We enjoy having all of our escapees live in the chat. So it's nice to have you guys. Thanks again.
Right, absolutely.
Let's finish up with these shout outs, man. Next we've got Use and Abuse with Kim and Scott. They're doing their thing. Then we've got Keith Layman for Layman's Terms on Facebook. He's got his own page out there. Check him out. Layman's Terms. Just search it in a little search group and it'll pop up. He's always opening his magic packs and he's bringing you that mana because we all need a little fucking life.
Right.
Then check out our man Big Swede for Big Swede's Excellent Adventure and Tactical Swede and Swede Reacts on YouTube and something Swede. And hey, it's me, I'm Swede. I comment once during this whole fucking video and then you never fucking hear from me again. That's been my new fucking favorite. I don't know if you've listened to that one.
Oh, well, I've been out of the Swedeverse, if you will. For a little while.
Yeah, the Swedeverse pretty heavy.
But I did see the Swede was ripping some fresh powder over there in PA.
That's probably why.
So I guess maybe Big Swede's Excellent Adventure might be getting some videos soon.
Well, I hope so because he doesn't have time to reply to anyone. He just gives you one little thing in the chat, gives you one little nugget of Big Swede's here, and then he's fucking out. And it hurts because I need my Swede.
Right, definitely.
Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in that chat there, buddy.
Patreon shout out Scott and Kim Rasmussen, Jen and Jess Bolt, Big Swede, Lunar Girl and Dragon Buddy, Richie the King Armbruster, Old Man Johnson, Eric Dub Williams, Philly Dave Martin, Nostalgia Inc. as always sponsoring the Escape Crate. And I've got one more little nugget shout out.
This is a special one. This is a special one.
Special shout out to Admiral Purple Hair, aka Vice Admiral Holdo. Happy birthday to Laura Dern from Dave and Jason.
And then happy birthday, Dr. Ellie Sattler from Brady Lovin. So that one's from me.
Who's that?
Because she was Dr. Sattler in Jurassic Park, and I absolutely adore Jurassic Park. And she was one of my first young guy crushes. So I got to throw that out there.
Yeah, holy cow, that went right over my head.
It happens. It happens. Sometimes you're not, your claws aren't in the nerdum that somebody's speaking of. They talk about it. You're like, oh, I get it. I'm engaged. Claws are in. Let's party. Let's get down.
I'm really bummed out Jason's not in the chat because I think he would have just had a coronary.
Probably.
You know what time it is, buddy?
Hell yeah.
It's movie time. Movie time. It's movie time. Movie time.
Yes.
I love it. I love movie time. I love movie time. Blade will be Marvel Studios' first film written by a black woman, Stacey O.C. Kafur. I hope I said that right. I probably butchered it.
I think you nailed it. I think maybe Kafur may be right too, but either way, you were pretty damn close.
Not trying to butcher that.
It's a tough one, buddy.
Yeah.
I looked for some people saying her name, like audio, and I couldn't find shit.
Hey, well, we tried. We put in the work.
Right.
There was investigation going on here.
WandaVision's Kat Dennings reveals she has more Marvel appearances after her Disney Plus show. After most likely that they will be Marvel shows involving sword.
Sign me up because I love Kat Dennings.
Definitely. I listened to a podcast sometime over the last few days, and somebody was really bitching about Kat Dennings. They do not fucking like her. They don't like the way she plays that character. I don't know if like they met her in person and she shot him down or what.
I
But
don't
he
know if
was
you need.
bitter.
I don't know if you need time for that podcast in your life.
I don't. There's no room for that kind of negativity. is
There's
what I'm
no
saying.
room for Kat Dennings negativity in one's life.
Absolutely.
That's unnecessary.
Absolutely.
We got a Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer in the Super Bowl, and I don't know if you did, but there was a slightly larger Super Bowl online, so I went and
Yeah.
checked that out. If you haven't checked it out and you're wanting to see Winter Soldier, go check that out. They added a few little nuggets, few little lengthier conversations, and some of the stuff that they were saying to one another. It's fun. It looks entertaining. They got me. I mean, I was sold once they were like, "Hey, we're making Winter Soldier Falcon series." I'm like, sign me the fuck up. I'm in. So
Did
this
you
just
see who just
season
entered
4.
the chat, buddy?
Oh shit, that's my sister. That's fucking awesome. That's so cool. Thanks for joining us, little sister. That's so cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was really I was digging that Falcon and Winter Soldier trailer. I think that that might be a very entertaining show. Did you see the end where they're all like knee locked together? And
Oh
they're
yeah,
having a
they're just
staring
staring at
contest?
each other.
Dude,
That was the
fucking-
fucking best. I loved it.
has Ghost Pepper ever done that to you?
He always tries to touch my junk.
And he will straight up come knee lock with you just to make you uncomfortable because he's a fucking prick.
I think that's why I don't flinch. And then he's like, "Well, now I need to touch your junk," and I'm like, "Damn it! Now I gotta move."
Now I gotta go. James Gunn says that the wow, that really died. Suicide Squad 2 is finished. And he praises Warner Brothers for not interfering.
Nice.
So I that's awesome. That's the first I've heard of Warner Brothers not interfering with something.
Good. Well, that was probably stipulation. He's like, "Look, I'm gonna do this movie, but you're not gonna fucking touch it."
I think that needs to happen. I think the brass over at Warner Brothers, although well-intentioned, they keep stepping on their Steppenwolf, if you know what I mean.
they're stepping in something. They're stepping in some shit. Kristen Ritter to be in She-Hulk as Jessica Jones. I heard this news too, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, did you like Jessica Jones?
I didn't watch them all. Jessica Jones isn't my jam, but the chick who played this
Kristen Ritter.
Christine Ritter, she's doing her thing. I mean, there's no need to recast for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, I think she's fantastic. I thought that, especially that first season of Jessica Jones with the guy from Doctor Who, what's his name?
Oh yeah, the ones the girl, all
David
the ladies,
Tennant.
the ladies
Yeah.
are gonna start swooning over now. Good job.
Yep. David Tennant playing the Purple Man, like just fucking fantastic episode or season. Loki season 2 reportedly greenlit before fans have even seen season 1.
Yeah. I think that was to be expected though.
Jess, no, you didn't miss the reviews. Is there one that we should know about? Because we went looking and we didn't see it. Where should we be looking?
If it's not on Audible or iTunes, it doesn't exist.
Dungeons and Dragons movie cast adds Michelle Rodriguez, who's good. Have you seen anything with Michelle Rodriguez in it yet?
Oh yeah, like only all the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh yeah, shit, that's right.
And then what was it? Blue Crush? Wasn't it called Blue Crush?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure she was in the last Terminator movie as well.
I don't remember that.
Either way, she's good. You didn't see it?
I haven't seen the last Terminator. No, the one with the female Terminator chick.
Yeah, it's good. Watch it.
Okay, I will.
Also, it'll have
Oh yeah, she was
Justice.
in Avatar. My sister pointed out
Yes.
she was in Avatar. She was the
Yes, she
helicopter
was.
pilot in Avatar.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Justice Smith is also going to be in Dungeons and Dragons along with Chris Pine.
Chris Pine is Wonder Woman and Star Trek guy, isn't he?
Star Trek. Yep.
Yeah.
That was kind of the big news this week was Chris Pine was signing on to that.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find a bad movie Chris Pine signed on to.
Well, he's dreamy.
Well, yeah, of course.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Your sister believes he's dreamy.
Well, me and my sister have good taste in men.
Nice. You know what time it is?
Oh yeah, I do.
Power up.
I'm bad. Get over here.
Yes.
Hey, fuck. Dude, I love how you were like, we should just get the people who listen to our show and see if they want to make us anything. And we had all these creative people make all this cool creative shit, and I just fucking love it, dude. It's so awesome.
Our audience is far more creative than we are.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Talking about creative, my sister's fucking creative. She has like fucking 42 different. She's like the big Swede of businesses. She has like 42 different businesses. It's fucking incredible, man.
Why don't you take a second and at least plug her website, buddy?
She's got bombbully.com and oh my God, what was the other one? She's going to kill me. She can put them in the chat and then I'll read them because I'm forgetting them because I've had a little drink and you put me on the spot and I wasn't ready for that. Damn it, man.
Boy. Wow. All right.
I got one of them. I got the bomb
video game. We'll get into the video game news. We'll let her catch up.
Okay.
PlayStation 5's DualSense controllers could lead to a lawsuit over what is known as a drifting issue. I don't know if you've ever experienced this. Essentially, what that means is like you set your controller down and the analog sticks are still reading some activity even though you're not touching it.
Oh yeah,
and
I've had that happen to a controller before.
Like your guy's walking or whatever.
Yeah.
So apparently that's a thing. Now that was it a PlayStation 2 problem, I think. If you had one of the analog sticks pressed over in one direction when you started the system, it would do that. But this
I remember hearing about that.
This is apparently in the controller.
Right. That's not good.
No. So that there's probably going to be a recall on them. But as for right now, there's some people threatening a lawsuit.
Well, people love to get their free monies.
Dragon Buddy says the Xbox has had a class action lawsuit out for a while for that.
Same issue, he says.
So there you have it.
Yeah. The UK Parliament will propose a bill banning consoles and GPU scalpers after the supply shortage of next-gen consoles and graphic cards.
Good.
Yeah. I'm in support of that shit.
Yeah, there's no other response for that. Scalping needs to be stopped in general.
I think it should be punishable by death and people should be castrated.
Well, it's strong, but fair.
A little too far. I'm sorry.
Not too far for me. Like, I don't have a problem with, for example, a couple years back, I bought tickets to go see the Imagine Dragons, right?
Right.
I paid, let's say I paid $450 for the tickets. And then let's say that when I found out I couldn't go to the show, the tickets were going for $600 on StubHub.
Right.
That shit doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the people who get on there when the ticket sales go on and they buy a block of 10 tickets and then they go online and post them for 4 times what the fuck they paid.
Yeah. You're getting called out for your Imagine Dragons ticket.
Oh shit! What happened? I started typing and it went to another page.
Well, you can just you don't have to type to address them. You can address them live in real time.
Oh yeah, duh. Anyway,
That's the
that was
beauty of having our show.
that was for 4 tickets, by the way. It wasn't fucking 1 ticket.
It was
And it
just
was-
one ticket. Went by myself. I did a bunch of shrooms. It was amazing.
And it wasn't like at the beginning. Like I saw them play at a place in Rochester Hills, maybe, which is a suburb of Detroit. And that was like right after Radioactive came out.
It was a small, intimate setting.
It was.
Sexy.
I want to say that the capacity of this place was like 15,000 people.
Yeah.
And it was an outside venue. And in comparison, you've been to DTE, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's 35,000 people.
Right.
Same kind of venue.
So Jess is still hating on you for how much you paid for that because of your taste in music. He can't get past that. You're gonna spend the money you want to spend on a ticket. He's gonna put some blasphemous shit in our chat. It's ridiculous. Jess.
To be fair, I just spent $120 a ticket to go see Green Day, Weezer, and Fall Out Boy. So you can be mad, but that's what ticket prices cost.
It's true. I'm just saying. I just want to give the guy shit. I got to give him shit because it's fun.
Those tickets are in like the upper part of a baseball stadium. They're not even good seats.
Damn.
Yeah. So that's the world we're living in.
Damn. Just shut your mouth, man. You don't need to talk about it.
I know it hurts my feelings when I bring it up. There's a rumor out that a new Knights of the Republic game is in development under Asper Games.
Yes. Everybody's going to be down with that. I don't know who the fuck Asper Games is.
Me either.
Sure, somebody's like, hey, they made this game. I'd be like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But until then, I know nothing.
Why don't you read the next part and I'll look up what other games.
Okay, so the next part, to be clear, are these games that are releasing? Because I have no idea what the fuck the next part means.
Those are the free games that are on Microsoft Gold and PlayStation Plus for this month. It's a new segment I want to add once a month.
Okay. So the free games for this month are for Microsoft Gold is Resident Evil, Dandara, Gears 5, Indiana Jones, Emperor's Tomb, and Lost Planet 2. And the free games on the PlayStation Network are Distraction All Stars, Control, and Concrete Genie.
Yep. It looks like Asper Games is responsible for Civilization 6, Star Wars Jedi Knights 2, The Outcast. Looks like a lot of computer stuff. Civilization, bunch of different iterations of Civilization. Borderlands 2. So they must be in on the Borderlands series.
Right.
Anything else pop out? Lots of shit for SimCity, Sims 2. It looks like they have a little bit of what used to be Sid Meier games.
Why does that sound familiar?
He made all the Civilization and SimCity games.
Okay. Just the name sounded familiar.
What do we got on PlayStation? Jedi Knights Academy, Star Wars Racer on PlayStation, and what did they do on Xbox One? A game called Observer, Inner Space. Nothing really cool on Xbox One.
Okay,
let's move on.
let's get to the next segment, my man.
You know what time that is?
Fuck yeah.
These are the hot sheets. Best investigative reporting on the planet.
Yes.
I mean, it's true.
Battlefield 6 is to feature a 128-player battle royale and will be on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One along with next gen. That's being reported by N4G Network.
Why? I got to question your reporting. Why is that in the hot sheets, my friend?
It's a rumor.
Oh, you sneaky son bitch.
It hasn't been announced yet. It's a rumor.
It's a rumor. So it's fair enough. I'm not used to seeing video game shit in the hot sheets.
I know it happens though. Sometimes they're rumors.
Here's another one out there. Keanu Reeves was formerly offered the role of Kraven the Hunter in a solo film. It was exclusive by the Illuminati.
Which this is the first time I've heard of Illuminati. I did some looking up. They've been doing things for a while.
I've heard of Illuminati before. They break some stories from time to time.
Yep. So this section of the show is a rumor mill. It is rumors. We don't say it's anything else. We let you know it's a rumor.
Because it might gain some steam and it might turn into something that we put into movie news eventually over time. But we hear about something we want to talk about in the rumor news, we're going to talk about it.
Right. Absolutely.
It tickles off fancy.
Here it goes.
And now it's time for Sports Talk with your hosts, Dangerous Don WandaVision, beautiful Brady Lovin, here on the Escape Pod.
I fucking love it.
Yes. Tom Brady leads the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to a Super Bowl win Sunday in Super Bowl 55. The Buccaneers won 31-9 against rising star Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes.
That was a big one.
Once again, it was a Super Bowl where I hoped both teams lose. You know how I feel about Tom Brady. I do recognize game. I do recognize what he's done. I can't stand what he did to my Raiders in 2001. So that still crushes me, but the guy won his fucking 7th fucking Super Bowl. So and he did it in a different division with a different coach, with a different team. I can't hate on the dude. As much as I want to, I can't.
Yeah.
I want to, but I can't.
Well, fair enough.
Fair enough indeed. You got anything to say about the Super Bowl, my friend?
Other than I enjoyed the shit out of it. The GOAT won again. That's 7 rings, baby.
Ooh.
He went Tom Brady went from Michigan to play for the Patriots, won 6 rings there, and then came to Tampa Bay and won another one. It's hard to argue that he's not the GOAT.
It's true. You heard it here first. Or not. Maybe not. Probably not.
Now he needs to go to Detroit. If he can lead Detroit to a Super Bowl, it's undisputed.
Dude, any quarterback that can lead Detroit to a Super Bowl is going to be considered the fucking GOAT.
If
that ever happens, that'll be considered the new GOAT.
It's hard being a Detroit fan sometimes, bro.
Oh, I feel for you, my guy. I feel for you. Michigan football's Charles Woodson makes the Pro Football Hall of Fame on his very first try. That is my friend and your friend, Chuck Woods. I love the man. He was a Raider. He played for the Wolverines. That's the fucking guy right there, Chuck Woods. Love that fucking guy.
Fucking Charles Woodson was amazing.
Hell yeah.
Calvin Johnson was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2021.
Hell yeah. And Mr. Papa fucking Johns himself, Peyton Manning, made the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I've always been a fan of Peyton Manning. I don't care what people said about him in college. He couldn't win the big one, blah, blah, blah. He got 2 rings in the NFL. I like Peyton Manning a lot. I think it's funny as shit too.
I'm not always excited about the class of people that they bring in here every year, but this is a good fucking class.
I agree with that.
They really do. I'm maybe 2020 and the pandemic gave them some time to think, but they picked some good players.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. This is gonna be a fun. I can't wait to see their Hall of Fame induction because I catch those from year to year depending on who's in it. I like to watch those.
Yeah, me too. It's an enjoyable thing to sit there and watch. It's pretty mindless. You can dick around on your phone,
Yeah.
and watch all the fucking glitz and glamour. Now I don't know if they're gonna do that this time. Pandemic and all.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully,
it might be a weird thing where there's like some studio shit, and then they cut to his house where he's getting interviewed.
They might put it off. They did that with the basketball pro because Kobe Bryant made it in the Hall of Fame this year, and they pushed the Hall of Fame out to the later in the summer, I believe.
Oh, nice. I didn't even get any information about the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that came out a while ago, bud. I just don't think it was on neither of our radars, depending on what was going on at the time.
Yeah,
we just didn't really talk about it.
It definitely didn't fucking pop up on mine.
No, I know you're not a big basketball guy.
So, once again, we don't have a cool jingle for WandaVision, but
I think we have a cool ass title.
Fuck yeah. Wednesdays with Wanda.
Fuck yeah, Wednesdays with Wanda. That's a great ass title.
I think so.
All right, let's start this shit off, man. In a 1980s setting, Wanda and Vision struggle to stop Tommy and Billy from crying. Agnes offers to help look after the boys, but Vision questions her behavior. He and Wanda are interrupted when Tommy and Billy suddenly age up to 5 years old.
Right. When a dog appears at their house, the boys ask to keep it, and Agnes suggests the name Sparky. Wanda almost reveals her abilities to Agnes concerning Vision, while the boys age up now to 10 years old.
At work, Vision reads an email from Sword that reveals the situation in Westview. He breaks through to a real Westview resident and discovers that Wanda is seemingly controlling the town. Sword sends a drone from the 1980s into Westview and attempts to kill Wanda on Hayward's orders.
Wanda emerges.
I was going to say something, but I literally forgot when I forgot what I was going to fucking say, man. Damn it. I had to read the rest of that fucking paragraph.
Wanda emerges from the static field with a drone and warns Hayward to leave her alone. Scared by the drone, Sparky runs away and later dies. So rough. Vision confronts Wanda about her actions, but they're interrupted when Pietro arrives. Pietro. I should say it correctly.
Pietro.
Watching the broadcast, Darcy notes that Pietro has been recast.
Did you know that there is something in the closed caption version of it that states that that's Quicksilver from the Fox movies, or it's Quicksilver from a different setting?
No, but of course I immediately noticed that. Ashley and Brandy are here from
nice. Hello everyone. Nice.
Hi girls, or girl, whichever one you are. In fact, I just listened to their most recent episode today on the Red 5.
Nice, man. Nice.
It was good. It was
Once
good.
I get back to work and I get back in my podcast setting, I'll be much more engaged in the podcasts.
I listened to a couple of them. I listened to Ashley and Brandy's today. I listened to the Conversations. And then I think it was the most recent Rebel Radio. Is that right?
I believe you.
Up.
It's okay.
It up, I'm sure.
No, it's okay. It happens. We're new. We're new.
We're new. Thanks for coming, girls.
Thank you.
I didn't mean that the way it came out.
Jesus, dude.
You're up.
Am I? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
WandaVision took us to the 80s this week with a little Growing Pains, some Family Ties, and maybe a hint of Full House.
Yeah.
The aging up of Billy and Tommy is much like Andy Keaton from Family Ties. In season 4, Andy was born and spent the whole season as a baby. As the beginning of season 5, Andy was suddenly about 5 years old with zero explanation.
Do you remember that?
I remember Family Ties. I don't remember watching in any kind of order, so I don't remember kid being a baby, then kid being 5. I just remember vaguely watching Family Ties.
I remember that happening. I was probably 9 or so, but I remember going, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. I remember that happening on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Right. And
I remember that happening with the nephew.
I don't know if you remember, like when we were kids, show had definite seasons, but it never stopped being on in a time slot. They just started running reruns.
Yeah.
So once the new episode came out, like I went from watching reruns of Family Ties to all of a sudden a kid was like 5.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's Ben? What happened? Even as a kid, I was like, that ain't right.
Right. That makes no fucking sense to me. Don't do
Right.
that. I smack your hand. Oh, also from Family Ties is the beginning of the opening credits where it would show someone painting a colorless sketch of the family.
Right. Now, when I watched this episode, I was watching the intro and I was like, this seems like it was hitting the memory, like a emotional trigger.
Family Ties immediately.
See, I couldn't correlate what I was seeing to an actual thing I remember. I just got the feels from it. So my subconscious knew what was going on, but not so much my active brain.
Right.
Darcy refers to Vision playing Father Knows Best, which is a callback to the sitcom style of the first episode. For the first time, we get the names of Wanda's parents, Irina and Oleg Maximoff. But in the comics, they were known as Django and Maria. I'm not sure why they felt the name to change or the need to change those names, but they did. Darcy refers to the anomaly as the hex after the first hexagonal patterns that were noticed in the previous episode. In the comics, Wanda's powers are often referred to as hex bolts. She could also produce hex spheres, and the town seems to be enveloped in a large one.
Yeah, from the outside looking in, it looks like a pretty fucking large ass hex.
Right.
We know that Vision's corpse is physically present in Westview, and he isn't just a manifestation of Wanda's powers, nor was the horrific image of him glimpsed at the end of episode 3 a hallucination. Do the rest of the town folks see dead Vision or live Vision? Oh, that's a creepy question, dude.
Yeah, it really kind of when I thought of that, I added that last part at the end. I was like, what if they fucking see this like gray rotting corpse walking around Westview, right?
Yeah, Westview. That'd be creepy as shit is what it would fucking be, dude.
Yeah.
Lifeless ass eyes and shit talking to you. Flapping head like a Canadian on South Park. What the fuck?
Speaking of which, I put South Park on our episode ideas.
Yes,
list.
We should definitely do that one.
At some point, we should like just kind of go, this is South Park and blah, blah, blah.
Fuck yeah. I'm in. We should do that sooner than later. I want to watch that movie again. It's an excuse.
Definitely.
Before Agnes shows up the second time around, Vision is reading a newspaper with the headline, Local Homemakers Innovating Recipes. Moments later, he folds the newspaper in a way that it only says home. Home is short for the beginning of Scarlet Witch comic event House of M.
Do you know anything about this House of M business?
I've heard it like they're comparing the show to this House of M comic, but I don't know. Dude, I never got into Wanda. I never got into the Scarlet Witch. Like, I'm not going to sit here and fucking front like I'm some super uber nerd. That's just not the case.
I'm right there with you. I don't know a whole lot about this, but what I do know is they're saying that in the House of M comic, Wanda essentially says no more mutants, and there's no more fucking mutants. Like, she wipes them out.
Right.
We're dealing with a character that, for lack of a better word, is God level powerful.
Yeah.
Sparky is a reference to Tom King and Gabriel Hernandez Walters.
Yeah.
Must be that. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the guy's name. It's a Vision story in which Vision and his family, not the Maximovs, moved to the suburbs and try to live a normal life. Part of this includes a synthetic canine named Sparky. The Lagos ad is another reference to the Infinity Stones. This is deep speculation, and mind you, it is not mine. I borrowed this from somebody else.
Yeah.
Previously, we've had a toaster referencing the Power Stone, a watch referencing the Time Stone, and the Tesseract set-shaped bath powder, which is the Space Stone. And here we have a red liquid spill and a sly nod to Aether, or the Reality Stone. Only the Mind and Soul Stones to go, which means that we're looking at probably 2 more commercials.
It's fucking genius if that's the truth.
Yeah, I don't know who thought that out and how high they were, but it's brilliant.
Hey, man. Hey. I got, listen, just listen. Let me tell you something right here. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Just brings up an interesting point. Wait. So the kids of Wanda and Vision, the Vision is a corpse?
Exactly.
Take that for what it's worth. I believe that Wanda has created these children completely of her own power. Vision is a machine. He has nothing to do with this, I'm assuming. Like, he's an android.
Yeah.
He's essentially Jarvis put into a machine.
Yes.
And then he's the only one that can house the Reality Stone, right? No. What stone is it? It's the one from the Tesseract, isn't it? The Space Stone? No. I'm completely wrong. It's the fucking Mind Stone. What happened?
I'm just laughing at you. I needed that. Thank you.
You got it. I'm almost certain that it's the Mind Stone, because the Soul Stone is the one that Gamora gave up her life for, right? No, not Gamora. Black Widow.
For a soul.
Yeah, Black Widow gave up her life for the Soul Stone.
Yes, a soul for a soul.
I'm willing to put at least half of your yearly salary on the Mind Stone.
Well, it's coming out of your fucking salary. It can
No.
You can take the comparative numbers.
I didn't say half of my salary. I said half of yours.
All right, let's get Monica's test results coming back blank seem pretty significant. Is this a signifier that her molecular structure has changed, whether from the blip or passing through the hex barrier? We just don't know.
You know, I was kind of thinking that too. And then the poor beekeeper guy,
right,
that went in through the tunnel, I'm pretty sure he's going to come out different too.
Yes.
And I've read a couple of things that imply that he actually becomes a character that's made entirely of bees or something like that.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you, it's beyond. This is like my early knowledge of comic books is DC.
Yeah.
And it's not even complete. It's just like vague, like Superman, Batman. That was what I was reading when I was a kid. And I wasn't even reading it all.
Right.
But this Marvel shit is so fucking deep in comparison to what I'm familiar with in Batman and
Yeah.
Superman. Like, this shit is so interconnected that it almost makes me wonder if they made this stuff connect after the fact.
Maybe. But we need to
Like,
go to break because I have to piss so bad.
it couldn't possibly be time for break yet.
No, it is so fucking time for break.
All right, it's time for break.
Hello, this is George Decay, reminding you, Don and Brady, for your mid-show pee break. Oh my, may I watch? Wang.
Good morning, Vietnam. No, I'm just kidding. So me and Brady have laid out a couple of things as far as what we're going to do here coming up. We have 2 more episodes this month that we haven't exactly decided what we're going to do. The 3rd of March is going to be our 50th episode, so we decided that we're going to do a AMA. So if you have questions for us as far as what you'd like us to fucking talk about or whatever, make sure that you send us those AMA questions on our Facebook group or message us privately on Messenger or hit us up on Instagram or Twitter. We're going to go ahead and give you those places to look for us later on in the show. And then, of course, like I put out a call to the Patreon group today. They're going to go ahead and give us what they'd like us to talk about. And that's kind of going to be the whole show. We'll talk about what's going on in the news, and then we're just going to do AMA stuff. So the more questions you guys give us, the longer we're going to be talking. And then I'm going to go away for a little while that following week. And when I come back, the plan is we're going to do a Red 5 roundtable with as many people as I can get going from the Red 5 network to come in. And we're going to talk about the new Star Wars book, The Light of the Jedi. So you can expect in that episode to see more than just me and Brady. We're going to bring some people in. We're going to talk about what's going on in the new Star Wars canon and where we think it's going to go. There is so much stuff in the new book. There's actually 2 new books that I know of that are out. I haven't listened to the second one yet, but I'm gonna listen to it by then. And we're gonna talk about what's going on in that book and what we think it means for Star Wars, which is near and dear to our podcasting heart. Like we at our core are a Star Wars show. I mean, Star Wars centric anyway. So we're looking forward to getting together with some new friends from the Red 5s and talking about that. You ready, buddy?
Oh, you don't have to take a break?
Oh, I do.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? Did we completely gloss over the potential implications of the alternate universe Quicksilver showing up in WandaVision? Yes, we did. I don't think we meant to, but we just shoo, shoo, shoo. It was a different one. I kind of touched on it a little bit. A little bit. Look at it. But yeah. Sorry. What did you just get on? Brady-san. Yes. Nice. It's me. Oh man. So what else? What else we got going on? Let's see. Yes. Ooh. I hope there's more info. I hope they give us more info so I can in turn give you little info. That would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. I had to go. It was time. It was time. I had to. Oh, there he is. There he is.
There he is.
Yeah, you.
Who?
You.
All right, fair enough.
Oh shit, my phone.
I'm gonna have one more little glass of this whiskey, but this 100 proof shit is no fucking joke. I can drink 80 proof shit until I'm blue in the face, but the 100 proof stuff is, it's stronger.
It's a little bit stronger.
A little bit stronger. All right, you ready?
For commercials?
Yes.
Yes. Nostalgia Inc. in downtown Jackson is your one-stop shop for comic books, graphic novels, tabletop games, supplies, and tons of other super nerdy stuff.
They have everything from your favorite superhero comics to all the latest manga and horror graphic novels.
Superman, Spider-Man, The Avengers, My Little Pony, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, My Hero Academia, Star Wars, and Batman are just a few of the familiar titles you will see while browsing through the store.
And don't forget to check out their back catalog.
And for all your tabletop needs, Nostalgia has the largest in-stock selection in the area of Dungeons & Dragons books, miniatures, and more. As well, they have the latest Magic the Gathering and Pokemon card game releases.
Store hours are currently 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So come to downtown Jackson and get nostalgic at Nostalgia Inc. What's up, everybody? This is Big Lovin and Don DellaSnooch.
We wanted to take a minute to tell you how to get more from the Escape Pod experience.
Become a Patreon supporter and you will get lots of bonus content, including movie reviews, videos from Comic-Cons, behind-the-scenes content, and more.
But even better, Patreon supporters get extra entries into the quarterly drawing for the Escape Crate.
The Escape Crate is full of great stuff like t-shirts, Funko Pops, stickers, mugs, and other random goodies.
The higher the membership level, the more entries per month you'll earn. You also can receive one entry per episode you share on social media.
So if you have a couple extra bucks, toss us some. We will use it for covering the cost of hosting the show, paying for booths at cons, and equipment upgrades.
Thanks for all the support, and now back to the show. And we're back.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah, what you know about Yoda with a big ass fucking stormtrooper gun?
Yoda's strapped, son.
Get you some.
Oh shit.
Shout out back again to Nostalgia Inc. for giving us these sweet fucking stormtrooper guns.
I can't wait to get in the studio to play with my gun. Yay!
I'm telling you. Yay! It's real close. The 24th of this month, I will have had my second shot. Brady will have recovered from his COVID infection and will be safe to be in the same space. I cannot fucking wait. Yay! Yay! Good yay! You ready to get into this main topic?
This main topic that it is? Yes, I am.
Short Circuit came out in 1985, which it doesn't seem like it came out that fucking long ago.
No, yes, it does.
Directed by John Badham and written by S.S. Wilson and Brent Maddock. Stars Ali Sheedy, Stephen Gutenberg, Fisher Stevens, Austin Pendleton, and G.W. Bailey, with Tim Blarney as the voice of the robot named Number 5.
Nova Laboratory robotics expert Newton Crosby and Ben Jabatuya developed several prototype robots called Saint, strategically artificial intelligent nuclear transport for the U.S. military to use in Cold War operations, though Crosby and Ben would rather seek peaceful applications of the robots. After a live demonstration for the military, one of the units, Saint number 5, is struck by lightning arcing through the lab's power grid. This scrambles its programming and makes it sentient. It then escapes the Novi facility.
You know, right there, it was a Cold Wars operation robot.
Yes.
That's where we were at. We were at the end of the Cold War.
Yeah.
It seems so far away after the war in Afghanistan.
Exactly. So far.
The robot finds itself in Astoria, Oregon, and is found by Stephanie Speck, an animal caregiver who mistakes him for an alien. She takes the robot into her home, where she provides him with input in the form of visual and verbal stimuli, allowing the robot to improve his language skills and eventually name himself number 5. Being a 5th prototype produced, Stephanie continues to help the curious number 5 robot learn about the world.
She eventually discovers that number 5 was built by Nova and contacts them about their lost robot. Nova's CEO, Dr. Howard Marner, orders Crosby and Ben to recover him so they can disassemble and rebuild him. While waiting for Nova to arrive, number 5 learns about death when he accidentally crushes a grasshopper and concludes that if Noah disassembles him, he will die and escapes in Stephanie's truck. However, Nova uses a tracking device on number 5 to corner him and deactivate the robot for returning to the facility. Let me say that again. Nova uses a tracking device on number 5 to corner him and deactivate the robot for return to the facility. During transport, number 5 is able to reactivate himself and remove the tracking device and flees back to Stephanie.
One of the things that I really loved about that whole interaction is when he's trying to reason with Stephanie that she needs to put the grasshopper back together.
Yeah.
Like he understands that he broke it, but he doesn't understand you can't put that shit back together.
Yes.
And I've been through exactly that same kind of interaction with my own children. You know, where they did a thing and they didn't understand the fact that you just couldn't put it back together. You couldn't fix it.
Yeah.
Because of these unusual actions, Crosby tries to convince Howard that something has changed with number 5's programming and that they should take care not to damage it in their recovery efforts so that they can examine him. Later, Howard instead sends their security chief, Captain Schroeder. I was sure I was going to screw that up. And 3 of their Saint prototypes to recapture number 5 by force, ignoring Crosby's concerns.
The dude who played Schroeder always plays an asshole in every fucking movie he plays in. He's always a dick.
Yeah, like Police Academy.
Like, yeah, he's permanently typecast to be a dick. That would suck. Like,
Yep.
the guy's probably some super nice dude, but they're like, no, you look like an asshole.
Hey, Dub's in the chat. What's going on, Dub?
Number 5 is able to outwit the other robots, reprograms them to act like the 3 Stooges, and escapes. Number 5 captures Crosby, takes him back to Stephanie, and is able to convince Crosby of his sentience. They find out that Schroeder has called the United States Army to capture number 5, and on his orders, restrain Crosby and Stephanie so he can open fire.
First of all, good job not saying sentence.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
To protect his friends, number 5 leads the army away and appears to be destroyed by a helicopter missile. Stephanie is devastated as Schroeder's men scrounge the remains of number 5 as trophies, prompting Crosby to resign from Nova and drive away with Stephanie in the Nova van. Meanwhile, Howard, dismayed over the loss of the prototype and his best engineer, dismissed Schroeder for insubordination.
Crosby and Stephanie are surprised to discover that number 5 had hidden himself under the van, having assembled a decoy of himself from spare parts to confuse the warmongers. Crosby decides to take number 5 to his father's secluded Montana ranch where there'll be much input for the robot, and Stephanie agrees to come with them. As they drive off, number 5 asserts that his name should now be Johnny 5 based on the El DeBarge song Who's Johnny, which had been playing on the van's radio.
That was a typical theme in the 80s too. The idea that warmongers needed to be called out for their warmongering.
Well, of course.
It was in everything. Like everything. Everybody was like, fucking warmongers. Am I right?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man. They were warmongering. Shredder was a warmonger, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm agreeing.
So that kind of wraps up Short Circuit 1. Let's get into Short Circuit 2.
Oh, do we have to?
Yes. Yes, bitch.
That's so much of a bummer because I gotta be honest with you. I struggled getting through the second one this far.
Did
this
you really?
Far gone from oh my god, dude, it was so bad.
I love it for different fucking reasons.
No, man, I was like, can this please be over? Like I was understanding was I so much remember part 1 and I don't remember part 2 because I think as a youngster I was like, can this please be over?
I think I've seen part 2 actually more times.
No.
Not because I like the movie more, but I think HBO played Short Circuit 2 more often because they got it cheaper. So a lot of like if you had HBO in the 80s and 90s like I did.
Yeah.
HBO would buy movies like dirt fucking cheap. And then those movies would be played constantly.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen the movie Just One of the Boys?
Yes.
I've seen that movie, I guarantee you, at least 50 fucking times. It's not that good of a movie.
No, it really isn't.
But my 10-year-old self thought it was the fucking best thing. And it was on every 5 minutes. But it was because HBO bought it for a song. And I think Short Circuit 2 was in the same boat. I think it was on HBO a million fucking times because they got it cheap.
Yeah, I struggled. I fucking strung on with fucking part 2. I swung on with part 2.
1988, director Kenneth Johnson. After Nova Robotics goes through bankruptcy due to its destruction of one of their robot prototypes by Captain Scroder, one of their programmers, Benjamin Javari, previously known as Jabedia. Why they changed his fucking name? How did I miss that?
I don't know, man. But I was about to call it out until this fucking little thing called it out.
He started up his own business called Titanic Toys Corporation, which he specifically was like the boat. It specializes in making sophisticated toy robots that he makes by hand from the back of his truck. And for 2 days, Ben has been in the big city, implied by the New York City peddling of his toy robots in the street corners.
One robot wanders away from his stand and makes its way to the office of Sandy Bantonia, an assistant buyer for Simpson's toy department. Sandy tracks Ben down and orders 1,000 of his toys. Overhearing this offer is con artist Fred Ritter, who smooth talks his way into brokering the transaction between Ben and Sandy, becoming Ben's business partner in the deal, and later acquires the funding Ben needs from a loan shark.
I didn't like what's his name? Fucking Fred from the fucking beginning.
Fred the douchebag? That's what I wanted to call him the whole time. Fred the douchebag.
Even when he redeems himself at the end, I still don't like him.
Right. And then he becomes a bigger douche when he gets money.
Right. Ben and Fred move into a derelict warehouse, which is the base of operations for thieves who are tunneling into a bank vault across the street to steal a set of jewels known as the WandaVision collection. The thieves, Saunders and Jones, attack Ben and Fred and destroy their equipment, preventing them from completing Sandy's order.
Like a bunch of dickheads, man. I was
That's
so
another
pissed.
80s trope.
Let's break all their shit.
We're breaking into the vault to get some collection of jewels that shouldn't be there, but for some reason is.
Yeah. However, Ben's friends Stephanie Speck and Newton Crosby have sent Johnny 5, a human-sized sentient robot from Ben helped create. When Sanders and Jones return, Johnny fends them off, sets up a self-defense mechanism should they try to break back in. Johnny sets to work mass-producing the toys to meet Sandy's deadline, but later leaves to explore the city. He runs afoul of many people who are rude and unfriendly. However, he befriends one man, Oscar Baldwin, who works at the bank across the street from Ben and Fred's warehouse.
One of the things that I noticed upon this,
your ass, man.
One of the things that I noticed this last watching, he never finishes that 1,000 pieces they're supposed to sell the girl.
Yeah, he does.
When?
He counts them up and he closes he counts, they're all boxed up and everything.
Oh, he does. You're right. My bad.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
he's only like 200 into it, and then he goes out exploring into town.
Right. But he gets the order done because he's Billy Badass.
Right. Fred, having learned that Johnny is worth $11 million, he tries to sell the robot, discovering that Johnny escapes into the city and is placed into a stolen goods warehouse where he's claimed by Ben. Johnny uses the robotic abilities to help Ben court Sandy.
Dude, that whole part with me was fucking ridiculous.
What part is that?
The whole part where he's trying to court, where he's giving her the instructions like through the teleprompter, basically on the big billboard.
That totally happens. Like for real.
No, man. It was so ridiculous. I didn't believe the two of them being quote unquote in love with each other or a budding romance beginning. It just upset me.
So you didn't buy the romance implications here in this episode.
Oh no, it's a very good time, but I cannot believe the romance. Oh my shit, my friend. I can't. No, I just can't do it.
Come on, buddy.
No, buddy. Don't do buddy me. I cannot believe it.
Just fucking finish up this movie.
Just finish up this fucking movie. With time running out before the WandaVision collection is moved from the bank, Sanders and Jones lock Ben and Fred in the freezer in Duwa's Chinese restaurant in Delhi. It is revealed that Oscar is the mastermind of the heist, and he tricks Johnny into finishing the tunnel leading to the vault. Ben and Fred get Sandy to save them, using polyphonic renditions of songs that Ben learned on his date with her as to clue her in as their location.
That's another thing that's completely fucking lost in the 80s. The idea that you could play a song on the touchpad of a phone.
Right.
Like, there is no reference for that in the late 2020.
Not at all.
Like,
no.
When you right, when you hit the buttons on your phone, they're all the same tone.
Yeah.
The idea that in the 80s, they actually used a tone value to express information along phone lines. Completely fucking foreign to a internet-laden society.
Yes. Very
but
much
those
so.
of us of a certain age remember these things kind of fondly.
Hell yeah, we do.
It's like typing boobs into a fucking pager.
And then looking at it upside down.
Yeah, my son will never understand sitting at the booby bar, looking down, hitting a button on his pager, and realizing that he has to meet his buddy outside to get a dime bag.
Yeah.
Like those, it's not fucking, it's not even in the realm of things that he could possibly fucking fathom.
Now he just sends like 3 emojis to somebody and they're like, oh, okay, I'm going to meet him at 5th and fucking Clark and I'm going to get a dime
Right.
bag.
Empty bag, eggplant, stoned emoji. He's like, oh, I got to totally be down there or I'm fucked.
Exactly. These damn kids.
Having discovered that the Vanderveer collection, Johnny deduces Oscar's true intentions, but is attacked by Saunders and Jones and is severely damaged.
No, he was like grossly almost executed, dude.
That's what severely means.
Severely. He comes down with the fucking hammer and there's like hydraulic oil like splattered all over the guy's shirt. I was like, that's fucking gross.
I'm pretty sure it was battery acid.
It doesn't matter. It was nasty.
Fred's attempts to repair him by breaking into Radio Shack and following Johnny's guidance. Johnny then locates Oscar and traps his accomplices.
However, Oscar flees and steals a boat. Johnny uses a dockside crane and swings Tarzan style to capture Oscar, who is later apprehended by the police. After Johnny's main power supply runs dry, Ben keeps him alive with a defibrillator. Dude, the very beginning of the movie when he's introduced, he's watching Tarzan, and as soon as they showed the Tarzan point, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that has to do with the end of this plot.
Right. Jess brings up an interesting side point in the chat. People hacked into long distance phone systems by using a whistle that they got from Captain Crunch.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Made a specific tone that allowed them to make long distance phone calls for free.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that's all based on that touch tone system that allowed the computers to decide who had access to stuff and who didn't. Good pull, Jess. I forgot all about that. Following these events, Johnny is fully repaired and becomes a celebrity, while Sandy, Ben, and Fred start a new company with Johnny as its mascot. He and Ben later take the oath of allegiance and become United States citizens. After the ceremony, when questioned by reporters about his thoughts on becoming the country's first robotic citizen, gold-plated Johnny 5 leaps into the air and exclaims, "I feel alive."
And he was gold-plated as a motherfucker. He looked like C-3PO.
That's what I'm saying. Look, it's very strange. Now, did you happen to watch the video that Jess sent us in our chat about like the Johnny 5 car thief thing?
No, I did not.
Holy shit, that's 25 minutes of hard to watch shit.
Yeah.
Some DMV somewhere put out a 25-minute video about how to protect your automobile from being stolen. And Johnny 5 is the main character who has his brand new truck stolen.
No, why would somebody steal Johnny 5's truck?
Well, they stole the lady's car across the street too, but Johnny 5's the main character. And they've got somebody else voicing Johnny 5 that completely didn't bother to learn the tone of the character.
No.
Yeah, bro, and it's tough.
You watched it all?
Jess made me watch it, and
you're a good friend.
I'm saying I really went through something emotional. Like you were saying that.
Not me. I wouldn't even lie about it and pretend I did.
You were saying Short Circuit 2 was tough to watch. You ain't seen this fucking DMV video.
And I sure ain't gonna.
It's something else. So we've got some interesting points about this movie. Johnny Five really short-circuited. There was 15 working versions of Johnny Five on the set, and most of them worked just fine, but the fifth model actually went haywire.
Fisher Stevenson's went all out for his role. When the scientist character Ben was rewritten as an Indian man, Stevenson was replaced by Bronson Pinchot, who played Balik on Perfect Strangers. Then he got his job back and went totally method for the part.
I got to back you up there. Did you not see Perfect Strangers when you were a kid?
Yes.
You did see it?
Yes.
He was Belky.
Balky. What did I say?
Bartakamos.
Yes. I said something different.
You said Balik.
Balik.
I was like, this motherfucker never saw Perfect Strangers.
No, I watched Perfect Strangers and I remember Balky, but when it's in the writtens and you haven't read through it, that's how it fucking comes out.
No, that's just fine. I was just busting your balls.
You should bust my balls. He goes to say, hey, I went into India and studied Hindi. I got into yoga, and this is in 1985. I live with Indian people. I really immersed myself. I used to be a total method actor, so I was really deep in the deep end, Stevenson said.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate method actors for what they are, but sometimes they go a little far. And there's an awful lot of people that were really upset that that Stevens went ahead and did this Indian character, and he wasn't Indian.
Right.
I don't particularly care for or care one way or another, but it is quite obvious that this is a caricature of what an Indian man is like.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Jason Roscom checking in late. It's awful late for you, guy. Don't you got to go to bed?
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
He says, do you remember when he said that Steve Guttenberg asked him where he was from? He says Bakersfield originally. Actually, we're going to go over some actual quotes from the movie here pretty quick. It took a dozen people to make Johnny Five move. Sometimes just one or two puppeteers would be required for small scenes, but the full body shots require a whole team of people. The most complex scene, which was the Three Stooges scene, took 18 people to control all three robots at the same time.
That's crazy. To show how far we've come, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. One dude could do that now. I don't know how many people control Baby Yoda, but it's only a couple if it isn't just the one dude.
I think it's like 2 or 3. That's it.
Yeah. Either way, you know, the puppeteering behind Baby Yoda is so much more impressive than anything that we saw from Johnny Five.
Yes. Yes. Short Circuit was filmed in the same town as The Goonies and Kindergarten Cop. When Johnny Five steals a van, the path he drives down is the same one the kids from The Goonies ride their bikes on. That's fucking sweet. I love shit.
That was definitely sweet. And I love all three of these movies. Kindergarten Cop included. Like,
hell yeah.
Although that's a cheesy fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
When powering up and firing his laser, it's actually the sound effect used in the Ghostbusters when the Ghostbusters proton packs are powering up.
That's awesome.
Now, I didn't know that until just recently, but the sound of his laser firing up, there's a certain amount of nostalgia that's triggered in my head.
Yeah. Not mine, because I didn't notice it at all.
Well, you don't get a particular emotional Woody over the fact that his laser's firing up?
No, I mean that's cool, but it didn't do anything for me.
Okay, fair enough.
Dickhole.
You're right. I'm a dickhole.
Number 5 had 3 different heads built for him, each with slightly different expressions that could be controlled depending on what the scene required him to do.
I guarantee you there's only one Baby Yoda head.
That's all they fucking need.
That's what I'm saying. Times has changed since the 80s, bitch.
Hell yeah.
Number 5's full name is the Saint. Stands for Strategic Artificially Intelligent Nuclear Transport. And I'm pretty sure they decided that they wanted to call it Saint, and then they made up some shit that it stood for.
I'm laughing because I'm reading ahead, and literally Jason just talked about what we're going to talk about.
I knew that was going to happen.
Well, we're going to talk about some memorable quotes and lines from the movie. Here's one. It starts off with Newton Crosby, and it's Newton and Ben talking to each other. Newton says, "Where are you from anyway?" Ben says, "Bakersfield originally." Newton says, "No, I mean your ancestors." Ben says, "Oh, them, Pittsburgh." I thought that was fucking funny.
Yeah. One that everybody seems to remember is when Johnny Five's talking to the 3 Stooges robots, and he says, "Hey, laser lips, your mama was a slow blower."
How about when Ben said, or when this was said in Ben's reply, he goes, what if it goes out and melts down a busload of nuns? How do you like to write the headline on that one? And then Ben says, "Nun soup?"
Nun soup? That made me laugh more now as a 40-some-year-old.
Yeah.
Versus any time in my past that I've watched this movie.
Yeah.
The concept of like nun soup, I'm like,
that's funny. Right. I'm with you.
Ben says, "I'm thinking she's a virgin, or at least she used to be."
And then this one made me like, I caught this when it happened so quick, and I was like, oh wow. Ben says, "I'm sporting a tremendous Woody."
Yeah. "I'm sporting a tremendous Woody right now."
I'm sporting a tremendous Woody.
It's totally something that I'm not entirely sure it wouldn't show up in a movie now, but it would be very risque. It's amazing to me that the stuff that was in a PG movie when we were kids, you just can't even do in like a PG-13 movie now.
Not at all.
And some of the shit,
there's so much that crossed the line in here. You're like, if you're not listening, you're like, holy shit.
right? And some of the shit that's in a PG-13 movie right now, 25 years ago, guaranteed R.
Absolutely.
Like, you just couldn't even get away with it. And now they're just like, PG-13, that's a family-friendly movie. Oh, look, that's his dick. What the fuck?
You can't do that. I just did.
Yeah, I'm sitting next to my 8-year-old, and I swear that's a penis. So times are changing, I guess.
I guess. You fucking weirdo.
But it wasn't nothing for like a PG movie to end up with some boobs in it or something, as long as they weren't on very long.
It's true.
Oh, Darius is in the chat calling out the fucking lines about fucking old boy being scrotum. He's like, "It's scroter." You can hate on some of the cheesiness of these 2 movies, but they're fucking fantastic movies.
I don't hate on the first one, but the second one was really tough for me to watch.
Well, the thing that made the second one kind of tough is you got no Ali Sheedy and you got no Steve Guttenberg.
You don't have the goot, man. If you don't have the goot, you don't have a show.
It's kind of like the movie lost some of its intrinsic magic. The second movie is entertaining as shit, but it doesn't have the magic that the first one had.
Right.
And I think that it all comes down. Honestly, I think you could have replaced Ali Sheedy with anybody else.
I agree with
You
that
gotta-
100%.
You got to have the fucking goot.
You got to have Gutenberg in that bitch.
Have you ever seen the movie Cocoon?
Come on.
Right?
You
It's
hurt
got
my
the goot
feelings.
in it.
You hurt my
There-
feelings a little bit.
People fucking make fun of the goot. But when the Gutenberg was in a film, you watched the fucking film.
It's true. 3 Men and a Little Baby. Come on.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my
That's
face.
what I'm saying. I could sit there and have an entire day watching movies with the goot in it, and I'm good.
We are not going to get a short circuit. Okay, here Jason Rossum says with all the recent reboots streaming on streaming shows, when do we get a short circuit the series on Netflix? We don't need it.
I don't think we need it either, but I could see like the Peacock Network or some kind of shit being like, we need
come
to
on.
reboot.
Stop it.
You know, I don't think though that the robot would seem as benign as Johnny Five did. Like Johnny Five was he was a military weapon, but he only had that one fucking shoulder laser, right?
Right.
He didn't do shit else. But the current concept of what like a android would be, like that would be a serious fucking weapon.
It'd be scary. I don't want to watch that shit.
That's right. I just don't think it would be cute anymore.
No, it'd be fucking terrifying.
Darius brings up an interesting point. Chappie was the closest thing that we've gotten to a Johnny Five.
Yeah, but if they were to do it, it would be fucking terrifying. I'm just saying.
Jen, of course, we absolutely did need a reboot of Karate Kid, though, Cobra Kai. I can't deny that. Anybody who's seen
Jess says we need a Latin influence version, but the reboot has to be passed around and it keeps getting scrapped. I wonder if he meant robot.
I don't know about that.
I'm into it.
I don't know about a Latin influence version. Either way,
make it a drama. Jen says totally different. What are we going to do with the short circuit? Tell the story from Nova's perspective? Yes, and make it so dramatic and shit like that. Like these other movies were comedies and shit, but like telling it from Nova, it's just serious as shit. That would be fucking
that would be kind of cool. You have the robot out there acting all fucking foolish and damn well knowing that you have to destroy this thing before it wipes out half of fucking LA or some shit.
That would be awesome.
I think so. Do it in the vein of like Terminator.
Yes.
I'm in. I'd like to buy a ticket to your movie, Jen.
Yes, that would be awesome. Great movie. Great fucking
All right.
movie.
Let's wrap up this shit show.
It is a shit show.
Everybody make sure that you like this video. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes. Your reviews really help people find us. And if you do, Brady will read it live on this show. Now, Jess intimated earlier that there was a new review out there, but then he never told us where to find it.
It's true. And if really, I mean, if it's not on podcast reviewerships, I don't know how much of a reading you're going to get from us.
Yeah, it's tough to find it unless you let us know it's there. There is so many different ways you could leave a review. If it's not on iTunes and it's not on Audible, you got to let us know it's there.
Yeah.
Because none of these networks let us know that somebody left a review.
Yeah, we never get a notification. We always have to look that shit up ourselves. So, and don't do it a week before the show. Do it like 5 minutes before the show.
Right. Please make sure that you subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. We have a whole lot of people that watch this show on YouTube. I bet you it's probably 75% of the people that watch this or that consume this show consume it on YouTube. if you take the time to reach out to the podcasting services that you use, give us a subscribe so that we get those numbers. It helps us figure out how many people are actually watching the show or listening to the show.
Hell yeah.
Brady, tell them where they can find you.
On social media, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at lowercase o0 big all uppercase _ Lovin all uppercase 0 lowercase o. That is big Lovin with we can add that into the to the Facebook group as well. We can show that because mine's a tough one. But
yeah. Next time, maybe you just go 0 big _ Lovin 0
yeah, maybe I can do that next time. We'll see what happens. But hey, she's gonna be a dick. Where can they find you?
Fair enough. You can find me at Jetfire1979 on Twitter and DellaSnooch on Instagram.
Nice.
You can find our show and other great podcasts on the Red 5 Network at red5network.com.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
May the force be with you and go blue.
Dude, I gotta piss how do I gotta pee so bad twice in a fucking episode? Like, I gotta fucking pee, man.
You got a baby bladder.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.